If YouTube's taught me one thing, you gotta strike when the iron is hot. And right now, the whole kitchen is burnt down. Kendrick Lamar just dropped his diss track, and I'm honestly surprised that he dropped anything. I'm having conversations with the homies like, yo, when Kendrick gonna drop? When Kendrick gonna drop? I'm like, he's not dropping anything. And then boom, I wake up, Euphoria drops. I'm like, oh shit, he actually dropped something. So Euphoria drops, everyone's listening to it. When I was listening to it, and I know I'm not the only one who felt like this, it felt like Kendrick had more to say. He definitely had more to say. There was bars in Euphoria that I was like, yo, I could go way harder. A lot of people have been comparing this beef to a boxing match, and they're not too far off. Kendrick's verse on Like That was basically like, hey, I want to fight. And he got the 2-for-1 special with J. Cole and Drake, but we all know what J. Cole did. So then boom, they're in the ring after that Like That verse. Then Drake throws his first jab, boom, push-ups. And I think most people would agree with that. Push-up was a solid jab. Me personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of how he went about dropping it though. Even though the way he did it was really smart, it was a win-win no matter what. Because if fans liked it, he could easily claim it. And if they didn't like it, he could easily want an excuse like, this is AI, this isn't even me. To me, push-ups didn't officially drop until it was on his YouTube channel. The first day it came out, everyone thought it was AI. I thought it was AI. What really made me think that is when Drake told Metro to make some drums. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it was just such a direct diss. Like, you know, most of these rappers, when they diss, they don't ever name drop. They just kind of say subtle things, and like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. The diss was so straight to the point. I'm like, this isn't Drake. Like, I thought if Drake was gonna diss, it was gonna be like on a smiley feature. He was gonna give whoever he was dissing like a quick bar or two that you probably have to really listen to even get. That beat switch at the end of Push-Ups was so fire too. I wish he would have kept going after that. Drop, 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 drop. I was really trying to keep it PG. So after Drake drops Push-Ups, I thought that's where the beef was gonna stop. Kendrick's always been on some like super mature, higher intellect type of vibe. So for him to respond, it just seemed completely out of his character. It's really a big reason why I thought he wasn't gonna respond after his Like That verse. But then Kendrick drops Euphoria. Now on Euphoria, Kendrick didn't go super in depth with none of his disses, but they hit hard because they weren't surface level. If you listen to Push-Ups, Drake just kind of more or less said, you're short, you have small feet, and you were in a pretty bad deal. Or that he still is, I'm not really too sure. On Euphoria, Kendrick was kind of peeling back the layers on who Drake is outside of the money, the fame, the influence. Also, the way Kendrick raps on Euphoria, it's like he has schizo, and it's like 5 different versions of Kendrick fighting for the mic, trying to get what they want to say out. It's kind of cool. It just shows that Kendrick's style of rapping is so unique. It really couldn't be imitated by anyone else. So then boom, Push-Ups and Euphoria are both out. The general consensus was both songs were good, but Push-Ups was more for like a mainstream audience, and Euphoria was meant for a more hardcore rap audience. Neither song felt like it was the knockout punch. Regardless though, both rappers got their jabs out. Kendrick responds last, so everyone's waiting for Drake's response. But then Kendrick dropped 616, which was really surprising. I already didn't expect Kendrick to respond in general, but he responded before Drake could respond. I don't know, to me 616 felt like a feint punch. Like, it wasn't the knockout punch, but he just kind of threw a punch just to throw Drake off. And I only listened to it once, but I would say the most notable things about 616, academics catching a stray, and Kendrick pretty much telling, hey, you got people on your team telling me information, Crody. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought Kendrick was gaslighting Drake. I only thought he was gaslighting because Drake and OVO has been established for so long. I thought something as like simple as a mole would have been terminated by now. After 616, I'm like, all right, Drake will probably respond like next week, Friday or something. But no, I'm wrong again, and Drake drops the same day Kendrick drops his second diss track. And Drake's diss track is 3 songs in one. The first song is the beat switch that came up at the end of Push-Ups. It feels like Push-Ups part 2 almost, and I really enjoyed that. All of Drake's diss tracks up to this point towards Kendrick feels like he's trying to make a club hit more than a diss track towards Kendrick, which is an understandable angle, because if your diss song is more digestible to the masses, they're playing it in their car, they're singing it in the club, it looks like you won by the people's vote, which at the end of the day, the fans kind of do determine who won the beef. The second song on Family Matters, Kendrick was still the main target. There were still shots thrown at other rappers like A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, Future. The second song on Family Matters was a solid song. It's not the kill shot that everyone's waiting for. But then there's a third song on Family Matters, and that third song I felt like had kill shot potential, especially with Drake exposing that Kendrick is a big Chris Brown fan. I think for Drake and for some people, they probably thought that was gonna be the kill shot to Kendrick, which is like, we don't know. There's no proof or anything. That's just all speculation. It was a good kill shot attempt, but I think just the temperature now, just how things are now, I feel like the exposure needs to be so big, so grand, so crazy for everyone to agree like, yeah, this killed his career. Back in 2015, Drake saying, is that your tour, your girl's tour? I feel like a bar like that now wouldn't have the same impact. So Family Matters drops, everyone's giving their reactions, and then like 15 minutes later, Kendrick Lamar double uploads and drops Meet the Grahams, which was so crazy. It pretty much confirmed that there are moles in the OVO camp that are telling Kendrick information about when Drake's gonna drop, and 616 was just bait this whole time. It's chess at its highest level. On Meet the Grahams, it has like this dark, eerie tone to it. Kendrick's talking directly to Adonis and giving him life advice. A live dissection of Drake mixed in with some exposals like Drake buying Ozempic and allegedly having a second kid. This Drake Kendrick Lamar beef is the age-old debate of quality versus quantity just personified. And honestly, if you ask me right now who's winning this beef, I say the fans. Rap for the last couple years, I wouldn't say it's been boring, but it's been on cruise control. Rap was getting outstreamed by country music at one point. Country music, the genre of music that everyone hates. I digress though. You guys let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro. Once again, I want to say thank you for everyone who made it this far, and peace.